Um, so Jesus is the Son of God, and the Holy Spirit is his mother. Well, so Jesus is Mary in the flesh is his mother, but Jesus is the first one that has the Holy Spirit in the flesh, because if the Holy Spirit is also God, and the Holy Spirit and Jesus is also God, and that the three are completely one and inseparable, all of their characteristics are the same, it's just it's making up, but it's a parable of a family though, because God's the Father, the Holy Spirit's the mother, and Jesus is the first son, and that everyone can become a child of God once they accept that Jesus is the first son. Then they can be another child or a daughter or a son, and be a joint here with Christ. Like it says, Christ is the branch, and everybody can be grafted on. And when you go to church, I went to church recently, and there was this lady they were calling Mama, because she's the pastor's wife, and it was her birthday. Everybody was calling her Mama. And so on the topic of mothers, a lot of people, I guess, if they're a mother and they're they feel like their purpose is fulfilled, they can just go and die, and their children are gonna leave their legacy, and that they've been praying for their children to be converted, and so that's something, once their children are converted, that they can feel assured about that makes them so happy, But if your mother doesn't even care about that, you're a lone agent, so people, I think even other mothers don't even really care, because they're just well, nobody was rooting for you, nobody was rooting for that one to come to God, but they did. So you come to God, you're yeah, I'm here, and everybody's just okay, but who are you? Okay, but so what? You're not one of our children. You're not gonna make our image look any better. You're supposed to be making your own. It's you're making your family look good by coming to God, but they're they don't care. They're but they're somehow God is crazy. Oh, that's craziness, But in reality, those people who are serving the Lord are much more respected even in society, than those who are not. And those who are not are just crazy, and the truth comes to the light, and they end up looking bad. They end up being a mockery. Just every single celebrity ends up being mocked. Every single person they go through who doesn't come to God goes through their phase where the devil exalted them, and then they fall out, and then they are crazy. So that you better have a foundation of God.